Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your man, Killer B, the doggone witch trying in general. You got a witch, I'm burning them up. Yeah. Ah, just got a new laptop here, so I'm trying to figure out everything on this thing here. Um, just wanted to test it out, do the stream real quick. Not feeling too good today, but do my best. So, wait, what's this on here? Uh, 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 Wait, it's supposed to already. Yeah, I hit the live button. The hell going on here? All right, so we all know the things that's been going on in Israel lately, and one thing that we all expected to hear is a lot from these Hebrew Israelites, right? But they've been mighty goddamn quiet, and especially the ones that are in dimona. So, hey, how you doing? So I've been waiting to hear, maybe some interviews and some people reporting or what's life like now in dimona, Israel. Those of you all know the group I'm talking about. They live in a place called the Village of Peace. They're started by Ben Amin, right, who died some time ago. Another one of their elders, Azariah, I think it was Azariah Israel, passed away like a year or two ago. Good riddance. Good riddance. Rest in port rinds. And a lot of things have been going on there. A lot of reports of rapes, crime, and torture, and a lot of other crazy things. Check out my channel. I got a lot of stuff on that. But I haven't heard, I could be wrong, I haven't heard anything yet from the group in that area. What's up, Niggy? Yeah, Village of Slim. They waiting for this day, right? They waiting for Israel to get taken, or the people that's running Israel today to get taken off the map so they could take over. But, the Lord supposed to put this stuff in their hand to destroy. You know what I'm saying? The so-called imposters, right? And yeah, they've been mighty quiet. So a lot of things been going on, and we see the rockets getting thrown around. You see the reaction from Iran, and Iran. They said one of their targets that they wanted to hit was that nuclear site that they have in dimona, which is kind of funny and shit. So if that's one of the main targets, they're gonna be one of the main people to get evaporated out. Yeah, nigga, Yahweh's supposed to give them the land, but we're not gonna come. They ain't gonna come. And shit is real now. We know that they were being deported. Remember we were talking about that? They had a good 50 of them. I thought that was them. They needed to deport all of them, right? But they got 50 over there with no paperwork and stuff. I don't think any of them having legit paperwork. They got there by crime. They illegally came to the country. They illegally left this country. And they haven't. Wait, we said they. Is Yahweh going to save them before the nuclear hits? You know what I'm saying? They in the wilderness. All y'all Israelites out there that want to be in the wilderness, can't wait till the wilderness time come, right? Align the 12 Reuben sandwich eating Israelite. No, you got a lot to talk about this and stuff like that. Why don't you move on over there and get ready? All right? Get ready. So you can take the kingdom. But we haven't heard a damn thing from them. And my 5 seconds before the thing blows, they're gonna be calling on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to save him from the nuclear fallout. Yep. No, they're not even gonna be calling on Yahweh. They ain't gonna be calling on no goddamn Yahweh. They know that shit's some bullshit. And they're gonna come evaporate that. They're gonna get sent to the kingdom, right? All right. They get sent to the kingdom, the fire kingdom. They going out in a blaze of glory, right? But you know, I don't hear them talking about, well, we're going to defend Israel, the state of Israel, or we're against the state of Israel, which they are, to get there and to be there without any issues. You know, they said, oh, we're Israel too. You know, we deserve to be here too. But the reality is that they the only ones believe, well, they believe that they are the only ones meant to be there. And that they're just waiting for the change of the guard. They want death and destruction on the state of Israel, right? Themselves. And now this is funny the way that they think, right? This is where a lot of religion needs this to get like taken out. Right? You know, people have their beliefs and stuff like that. But when these beliefs, they try to make them uh, reality, or they say this mythology and try to make it into reality. You think they're gonna be some rulers of the universe or something, right? And they will. How I'm gonna put this here? The same evil that they are, evil people that they are. It shows, like, you know, the Jewish people. All right, let me say it like this. Like I said, I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't feeling too good today, but the way that we see, all right, the nation of Israel, or the state of Israel, right? You know, we hear this whole Holocaust thing, you know, oh, the Holocaust, you know, they killed all of us and tortured us and did all this stuff, right? This should never happen again. You know, I never heard them say it should never happen to anybody. I'm saying it should never happen to them again, right? Now that they have an upper hand, which they've had for quite some time in that land that was given to them, right? And they try to protect them, like we're just the poor Jews, the poor Jews, right? And the evil Islamic terrorists, you know, are out to get them while they're doing their dirt in that land, taking these people homes, doing all this stuff, right? That the Palestinians feel that is not fair, right? And what they claim, what the nation state of Israel claims, how evil these people are that are trying to get rid of them. And what we see now in this war is that the state of Israel ain't no different. They are going by that book. They're trying to live out something in that book. When you hear about when the Israelites came and conquered these people, what did they do? Kill all the men, the women, and children and all that stuff, and take the diversions for yourselves, all this stuff, right? They're really fighting this war like they're in a page of that book. We hit. They're just killing people. They're like the soldiers are one thing, but they're like, no, we gonna kill all these motherfuckers. We gonna kill all of them, woman, man, child. We gonna make sure of this, and that's what they've been trying to do, and it's a ignorance behind it, and there's arrogance, and like it's crazy. And I think in the U.S. is sitting there trying to defend these people, right? Which is evil as hell. Yeah, I say it was evil as hell. But this shit, and I hope the UN, right, do what they supposed to do, right, and put an end to all this shit and punish the people that did wrong. What is it called? The ICC or whatever they're called wants to have a arrest warrant against Netanyahu, however you say his name, right? Um, which they should have, but you know that's going to be a hard task. They're going to have to catch him. They can't just literally go up in Israel and be like, "Hey, you're under arrest." Like, nah, they can't do that. They got to wait for his ass to leave, catch him up somewhere, snatch his ass up, and do what they need to do to him. Same thing they did with Saddam Hussein, right? These people are committing war crimes. They care less about the people, right? It's just a sad thing. It's a very sad thing. But back to these niggas in Dimona, they wanted to do the same thing that so-called white Jews is doing, the same thing as these Palestinians. I don't even want to call them terrorists anymore. Um, freedom fighters, right? And that's a hard word. It's hard for me to have to come out my mouth, but um, that's what it's kind of seeming like, sort of, because number one, they got less resources, right? They got less help, and if their asses wasn't there, the state of Israel wasn't there, they wouldn't been doing all this shit. And there's have been things that have happened to them. Their children's been killed, like motherfuckers throwing rocks and shit, and getting blown up and stuff. It's a sad situation, but I think it all could be solved. Get rid of both of them damn books. I hate to say it, but and it's like it's only the extremists that are running this thing. Like the normal Jewish people, they don't care about half that shit, right? They know that they know right from wrong. Everybody know right from wrong. You're born knowing right from wrong, right? And they don't see. I don't know how to put this. Palestinian people are being exploited. Wait, let me put the thing up on here. I ain't had a link up on here in a minute. Here go the link. Anybody want to come in, Yankee? So keep in mind that none of the people they're supposed keep in mind that none of the people they supposedly kill ever existed. None of the so-called heathen tribes that lived in the land ever existed. It's all metaphorical. The Palestinian people are being exploited by their own people. Right, absolutely. By foreign groups like Hezbollah and Iran. Yeah. That's what I was trying to say too. And I can't, like I said, my brain's a little cloudy today. What up, Niggy?
How you doing, man? Yeah, I
All right.
wasn't joking when I said they're being exploited by foreign groups because Iran, for some reason, they're funding all these different groups, these groups that are
Yeah.
fighting and creating chaos. I did a
Right.
video on the one group called the Houthis. They're also known as the Ansar Allah, and they're
Yeah.
basically doing Iran's dirty work for them in Yemen. So Yemen is being turned into a battleground, which might be one of the hot spots of World War III.
Yep.
It's really bizarre, but
And
that's just the situation in that particular part of the world. But Iran is helping.
yeah. And the situation with the United States is kind of crazy too, because they know what the motherfuckers is doing is wrong. Like they know what they doing, and they don't want to admit that shit. They're trying to ride the fence instead of just being like, yo, y'all motherfuckers need to stop this shit. Like, you know what I mean? And like they stopped them from getting those bombs and said, oh, you just gonna be dropping them shits on citizens and stuff, right? And then the next week they're like, yeah, we giving you some fucking tank ammunition and some bullets and all this shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You should just let them be, because they already have shown that if America, if you're not gonna help us, we gonna do this ourselves. Like, you know what I mean? And easily probably would try to turn on the United States. No, but they need the United States. They don't think, but they don't think so. They think, oh, Yahweh, and they gonna fuck around, and some people gonna jump in this shit, and they might be in trouble, and America might not want to get involved with that shit. But what if Russia starts to help these Palestinian people? You still there, Naggy?
Yeah, I'm still here. Russia is a weird case. I can tell you because I've started to figure it out myself. One thing that seems weird, but it makes sense if you know their history, is they're becoming like neo-Soviet. And what I mean by that is what they're doing is they're trying to rebuild the old Soviet Union.
Yeah,
It's just they're rebuilding it under the new name of the Russian Federation. You got to
yeah,
keep in mind that's what Russia is. Russia is not one country. It's like a giant like country made up of like country-sized chunks, and they're trying to get all
right,
their old property back. It's like if you owned houses all over the place, but someone decided they're all independent now, and you don't own them. They have different owners. You would try as
yeah,
hard as you could to get those houses back. That's what Russia is doing, and Vladimir Putin, he's definitely one of the old guard from the Soviet Union because, like, honestly, he was around back then,
yeah,
and people forget that. So what they do is they do everything for that purpose. Ever since the Soviet Union supposedly fell, that's what they've been doing, and
yeah,
they have all kinds of criminals working with them. The Russian mafia, they have all kinds of other mafias in cahoots with them. It's just crazy because weapons are
rough.
like all over the place.
Yep. But
Like, yeah, if they wanted to give somebody weapons, they could, but they would only do it if they thought it would further their own interests.
right. Maybe they'll give some Israelites the bonus or whatever.
If they did that, they'd be creating a huge mess because, for one, none of those guys have military training. At least some of them might, but some of them most certainly do not. Do you think
And
those
they'll
guys
be,
could shoot straight?
nope. And it will be quickly solved. the situation would be quickly solved. Yep.
Well, for one, they might actually be able to get some early victories, but I'll tell you this, it would not be the kind that would be permanent. It would not last. Their winning streak would
Absolutely.
probably come to a halt once they ran into some serious, coordinated firepower and military discipline, because none of these guys have military discipline, and none of them have technology like what the military has in Israel. Modern weapons and everything.
Right. Absolutely. Like they were saying about that about Iran, how they still like using old ass motherfucking helicopters and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like their equipment, like you know what I mean, they don't have adequate equipment to be starting nothing right now. You know what I'm
And
saying? They fly around
that's
World War One.
see that's the reason why they're using other people to do their dirty work.
Yeah.
The reason is they have two reasons. One, they believe that their savior, their Mahdi or whatever, their final imam, is going to come out of hiding. That's crazy. They think he's going to come out of
Yeah.
hiding, and they also think that when he comes out of hiding, that all the things that happen in the Islamic end of the world are going to happen.
Like now, you heard what you just said, right? Now, how the hell would anybody get involved with some shit like that? These people are fighting for
So
some shit
wait, what did
way
you
so
just
much.
say? What did you just say?
I said, now, what type of person would get involved with some people like this that believe some crazy shit like that?
Yeah, but
It will start wars and get other people involved with shit. Like, you know what I mean? That's like, oh, if we defeat the Palestinians, the you know what I'm saying, the Messiah is gonna come. Like, are you serious? Like, are they gonna
the
fall in the
real
sky and shoot
the
each
real
other?
scary thing is that the people who are in charge of Iran are not reasonable people. They're not thinking clearly.
Right?
They're guided by Shia Islam. So you got to remember,
Yeah.
Shia Islam is one of the craziest strands of Islam because like I said, it's the one that believes that once the world is in such a bad state, that the Imam Mahdi will arrive, come out of hiding, and that he will usher in the end of the world because the Antichrist will be revealed around that time, and they believe that the Mahdi will defeat the Antichrist. So they want the world to be as bad as it can be. They're trying to drive things completely to a horrible state so they could bring about the end of the world.
That's funny that you said that right there. What you just said, that they're hoping for things to get worse, and that's what Hebrew Israelites would do. Well, what we
Like
used to do.
that explains oh so much because I'll tell you when they're doing all that stuff with the Ansar Allah and they're turning an entire shipping lane unusable. Like this is like
Yeah.
back when the Somali pirates were doing their thing, except this is way more organized. So an entire shipping lane almost is unusable. That would cripple the economy of the world, which will make things so much worse.
Yep. Just so they can sit there and hope that somebody gonna fall through the clouds.
Or I'll tell you what, it's crazier than that. You won't believe this, but I've been looking into this, and it's a rabbit hole in and of itself. But they believe that there's a place like a cave, and in this cave there's a hole where they believe the Imam Mahdi went into occultation or hiding. And what he did is he slipped into this hole and into another dimension. So I had to pause because that's just totally the most insane thing. It is called the Herkalaya. That's the name of this second dimension. So they believe when he comes out of this second dimension, that's when everything will go completely insane. But before that, they want the world to go completely nuts. And these guys have nukes. These Iranian guys who believe this have access to nuclear weapons and God knows what else. Um, I don't mean to scare people, but that is pretty scary. I mean, I think I'm not crazy in saying that.
But like, who would literally like say like you got an ally, right? And all right, let's say me and you, for instance, like say we two countries or whatever, right? You got this dude that you believe in a cave, and if things get bad enough, this dude is gonna come out the cave and save the world and stuff. And then you got all these other countries that they might trade with you, and you know it be like a neighbor to the person, right? And now you coming to me wanting some help, right? Would you beefing with somebody, but really you trying to stir things up over some shit like that? It's not
Yes.
like, oh, all our people are gonna die, or we're gonna lose our resources, or things that people would go to war for, right? These
And
motherfuckers,
let
this
me
dude,
let me just say something before you go on. This is what is totally nuts about the situation is that they've built up a government where the religious people aren't just some fringe fanatics. These people have authority within Iran. Like there is an entire system of ayatollahs and all these other, leadership people that are tied to this Shia Islam thing. So
right?
they have the ear of the president. They had the ear of the whole government. So it's like that's even scarier because they're telling the government to do things based on their desire to make the world an even worse place. And not
Right.
just for the rest of us, they want to make the world a horrible place for Muslims. They're not even loyal to their own people. Like
Yeah.
that's the really scary part. When people have no loyalty to their own tribe, to their own whatever, then that means they have no loyalty to anybody.
Right.
They want to make the world a horrible place for everyone.
We was out here praising Yahweh that the 9/11 thing happened. That, you know what I'm saying, a new world spark up. Like, we like, yeah, like, bring it on. How is coming? You know what I mean? Just like those
See,
movie
that's
sandwich.
it. That's it. That's the thing. The people that encourage that are not the ones that are getting their hands dirty. Their hands are always clean.
Yeah. Like, they shouldn't even allow people to even. I don't even know. Maybe normal people should go over there and just take these countries over and get rid of that shit. Like,
Well,
let's say I ain't doing.
here's the thing.
That
This is
sounds
why
crazy.
this is why that plan wouldn't work. I'll tell you. The Iranian
Yeah.
Revolution, for one, had many people who weren't even Islamically religious beyond cultural,
Yeah.
cultural association. So what happened is some of these were even Marxists. But what happened when the revolution was over, when everything, the fighting had stopped, is that the religious people took over, like right away. So that means everyone that wasn't on board with that just got kicked out, even though they had fought long and hard with everyone else to get
Yep.
the country the way it was, to overthrow the Shah, to make, American influence, get them out, all this other stuff. These people got kicked to the side after the revolution was over. And what's messed up is because they kicked these different groups that weren't down with the whole Shia Islamic thing to the side, they alienated a whole bunch of people.
Yeah. Yeah. This shit, man. Come on, motherfucker.
Yeah,
You ain't doing that.
some
Making
dude in his
noise.
motorcycle.
That's all these motherfuckers do out here. Um, it's like that shit is just crazy, yo. That there's normal people that's allowing shit like this, like to go on, and like nobody's waking up. Like, how could somebody that's like putting Judah Nazareth being the goddamn president of a fucking country? Could you imagine that shit?
Yeah, I'll tell you this: when the
Like, wait a
when Ayatollah Khomeini was early in his career, he wasn't a very well known figure. In fact, he was in exile because of the Shah. So his the only thing people ever heard from him were tapes. He would
minute.
tape different, lectures about Islamic subjects and things, and
Yeah. Yep.
people would circulate his tapes. So it is like Judah Nazareth.
God damn. But that where a whole fucking country like is down with a motherfucker like that. That's
That's
just
basically it. So I've covered the whole Islamic Revolution, but there's aspects I didn't even touch on, and one of them was the embassy siege when they took over the embassy.
yeah.
If you think
It
about
seemed
it,
like
if
you
you think
think the
about it, that's
people.
like Judah Nazareth. That's like what Judah would do.
Yeah. I just, that shit is just weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like people talk about like like these conspiracy theories, like the elites, and like they have a hidden agenda, and, like all this shit. It's almost like some shit like that. Oh, shit.
This is a real
Yeah,
conspiracy. A conspiracy is when people come together and they plan and plot to do something.
yeah, but like yeah, I don't know, man. It's just crazy, and that's exactly what's gonna happen with these Hebrew Israelites. That's exactly what they want to do. They want to be the next weird, kooky ass country and shit. That's what they got a plan to do. That's the plan. Be fucking to rule a bunch of people that's retarded and shit. That let that shit go on.
Yeah, history repeats itself not because people want it to, but because in many cases people don't realize that they're doing the same thing over and over again.
Right. Yep. How they don't see that shit, I don't know. But man, what are you gonna do though? What are you gonna do? But
But
them motherfuckers.
what I'm doing is I'm trying to educate people about this stuff because if I can get a few people thinking, then hopefully that'll start something. But I'm not
It won't be in
optimistic.
our lifetime. It'll just be the start of it. Maybe 200 years from now, maybe start to happen. Like people start to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe
That
someone
shit.
will find my channel even though there's no power and everything's running on batteries.
Yup. Or somebody find your videos and get all the stuff in there, right? Let all the people know, but have his agenda and shit. Fuck people up, have his ass. Start up some new shit. Like, know what I mean? And your whole intention wasn't that, but he took your information to get the other people out the way. Just like Judah Nazareth. You
Yeah,
know how
that
Judah
would
sit there and
be
act like he's cool with somebody. Oh yeah, this is a great guy. He's a great guy. And so to
he
promote him and
he
everything. And
did
then that motherfucker,
he did that to me, so I know. Yeah,
yeah, yep. He'll sit there and promote the people, right? And then get all their people to say, yeah, that Judah Nazareth, he's a good guy and stuff, right? And then next thing you know, he'll come out and say, this motherfucker's a satanic nation. He eats children. And the people are like, huh? Everybody
see
follow me now. The hell with this nigga.
see that was the crazy part when I would see him being cool with somebody, and then it wouldn't even take that long. It would just take like a matter of like maybe weeks. Like in
Yeah.
between like a few TKR episodes, you'd have people just on the wrong side of Judah, and it was like.
Yep.
Or the funny thing is, you know that one song by Josh where he mentions all these people. Everyone at some point, every one of those people left Judah Nazareth, like left him.
Yeah.
I used to say that
Yeah.
song was cursed. I used to say that song had like a curse on it or something because it literally it was all the dominoes that fell, basically.
Josh was the first person like I went to and was like, yo, this motherfucker bugging. Josh made me look crazy and said, Josh was like, stupid ass nigga and shit. That nigga, I've been do all this shit. Like, Josh, he's like, shit, I'm making songs about the nigga and everything and having them playing it on his channel.
That was so funny because you would hear like little lines in the songs and it'd be like, huh?
Yeah, I fuck that shit too. Yeah, man. Shout out to Josh, yo. Yeah, man.
There's some people that there's some people that I do miss hearing from because this whole place used to be bigger. This whole website, this not website, but this whole channel used to be bigger.
Yeah.
It's like it's crazy how we went from being real like everything was jumping and then now it's like so quiet, almost nothing happens.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to change my lanes a little bit on this channel for a little bit and see what happens. But yeah, we were lit one time and shit. But like I had slowed down. I was taking these little vacations and shit. That's just like a store.
Yeah, I think the thing that ruined it though was early on we had people that kind of set the tone in a wrong way. Like we had Chris Harris, it's not hard to say he was a big problem, but other people too that weren't even on the chat, and in the chat, not on the live, like Basil, that guy.
Yep.
He just had a weird way of talking that just like Chris Harris, there was something weird going on.
Yeah. That dude's weird too, because he was sitting there talking all this shit about Julie. Yeah, Julie. All this shit, and next thing you know, he over there chilling with her.
Yeah, and of course, the Reuben sandwich.
Yeah. Yup.
He almost had me falling for another Judah Nazareth. In other words, him.
Yeah.
Because he was doing the whole, we have a good Edomite over here, and I'm just like looking at him like, are you for real? I'm about to lose my mind.
You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah,
have a good day in this world of Yahweh.
Yeah, it was just weird because he was trying to like sweet talk me like Judah Nazareth.
Yep.
It's like he forgot that I already knew the whole program because I've been through it, and I was a bit insulted by that. That's why I've never been back there. I don't want to go over there again.
That's why I pressed him just to see where his head was at. Like, you know what I mean? I said, okay, let me say this. See his reaction, and sure enough, there it goes. There it goes. Like, motherfucker, you know this shit is bullshit, and you intentionally doing this shit. Intentionally. Just like me, like when I was younger and stuff in this Israelite stuff, like I was sincere about what the fuck I was trying to do. There wasn't no hidden agenda, no shit like that. I'm like, yo, we supposed to be all this nation building bullshit, right? This is what we supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing my motherfucking part. But now the game different. The game is definitely different than what it used to be. Like Hebrew Israelites now, like they don't even care. Like it's not even back in the day. Like maybe I was just young and didn't realize it and shit. But it seems like some brothers actually somewhat serious about this. Now these niggas will sit here and lie to you in your face. You can prove that they lying, right? And they'll just ignore that shit. You know what I mean? People will be scared to do shit. Like Israelites would be scared to do some shit to another brother or or whatever. They didn't get how we're gonna kill that motherfucker. No, they ain't. But now, anything goes, yo. Anything goes.
You mean in the whole Hebrew Israelite thing?
Yeah,
Give
anything
me a
goes.
sec. I gotta see what's up.
Yup. They gonna be shit. You can find these motherfuckers promoting prostitution and all types of crazy shit. These niggas probably got strip bars. Captain Cold Blooded. The motherfucker got a little Debbie icon. That's funny. Yup. Yup. Cold Captain Cold Blooded. Cold Bloody. Oh shit, is that a transgender little Debbie? Little Debbie, they don't look like little. Is that little Debbie look like he got a mustache on? I could be mistaken. I don't know. Shit. Dr. Gary is a full Diddy. Yup. Yeah. For sure. For sure. And speaking of him too, he even had the dude that's down with the dimona people. What's his name? The nigga with no hair in his face.
No clue. But I just got some good news. Got a job interview with a place that might not be the greatest, but it's better than nothing. So you see what happens.
Flag right there might not be the greatest. I already know where this is going.
Well, it's a place that has like burgers and beer, but you know.
Where can I make my wager?
What, you want to bet how long it would last? Of course. There's a joke that isn't even that funny, but I'm going to tell it anyway. And it's not funny for a reason. It's a joke about how we didn't lose an employed Travis or whatever. We didn't lose an employed Nagy. We gained a dishwasher.
I'm gonna make an online betting site and shit, and we keep the updates and shit when they get the job this week and shit.
Las Vegas. You get Las Vegas involved. Of course, yeah. Well, I'm going in at 2:30 anyway to go talk to him. Who knows? Maybe he'll.
Like, nah, I got 500 on this one. Nicky ain't gonna quit this one. Shit. He ain't gonna quit this one. I like shit. I raise that 500.
People would be losing money because sometimes you can't predict it. Like you can't.
Yeah, that one though, you shocked me. You was there for a minute. You was there for a minute. That's what shocked the shit out of me.
Oh, you mean the HEB one?
I was like, goddamn.
That was a whole year. That was one whole year.
And it was something I thought you would definitely was going to be annoyed with within like a day or two. But nah, it surprised me. I lost all the money.
I did. Yeah, I did stick it out. But yeah, I got that. That's good news at least.
I know one thing, you'll have to get more interviews and I don't know what. Because out here and shit. Play that shit off. We got there 10 years and shit. That motherfucker had 3 interviews. Yup. Yeah, man. But what's the Mighty Hebrew? That's what I'm talking about. Before.
Yeah, Mighty Hebrew, and you know it's so unfortunate that he's been accused of rape. But let's just be real. Are you shocked? Convicted, yes. Convict. I forgot. It was convicted, yes.
Yep.
Convicted of, yeah.
He lived in Africa now in a mansion in Tanzania.
And what's messed up is, do you think those, whatever African country he's in, do you think they're going to look up his past?
They wouldn't care.
Oh, of course not. I mean, that's the country, that's the continent where all that crazy stuff happens.
Yep. Wouldn't even care. Yep. Wouldn't even care.
That's a unfortunate thing. They have corruption.
Yeah,
but, you know.
Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, they wouldn't even care. That's probably why he there.
Oh, of course. And you think anyone's keeping an eye out on him?
Yo, IUIC. I could have. Somebody sent me a video the other day. Right, I didn't get a chance to look at it, but from what I looked at it, what I did look at on the video, yo, there was interviewing barbecue, yo.
Oh, barbecue, the Haitian gang leader.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Could you just imagine, yo?
No, I can't. Can you imagine sitting across from someone that I know that dude is insane. I know he is.
Now, IUIC gonna get their ass over there. They're gonna try to get some. Right? You know what they're trying to do? I just think about that shit.
Yeah, what are they gonna try and do?
They got a general butt naked's head, and they said they probably was lying though. They said General Butt Naked is believe in the scriptures now. Then I went and saw something. He was a regular Christian. He wasn't an Israelite. But they were telling them like, oh, he joined like the IUIC and shit. So what they gonna do?
That's a blatant clout grab if I've ever seen one.
What they gonna do, Nagy? Now check this out. My words here. They gonna get in that barbecue man head and say, we're gonna back you. We got all these men, right? And they're gonna try to establish a new Haitian government under Yahweh.
If that happens, I can tell you I would be watching it. I would be watching it like people were watching Game of Thrones back when that was on TV.
Yeah, but like
I'd be watching it.
Listen, we were just talking about this. We were just talking about this shit. How like these motherfuckers believe like getting in power, the political power to run a country on some stupid ass shit, and the people go along with it. And I can see this in Haiti because you know Haiti can't do nothing about themselves. They can't. They can't. They're not. How long they been in a goddamn country and shit? Like that place is a shithole. Hate to say it, but that's what it is. That's what it is. And now you can put IUIC in there. You know, they establish some type of government and shit under Yahweh. The law is going to be the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, and all types of dumbass shit. They're going to force the people to follow it. I can see that shit. And then getting funding from, you know, make allies and shit. You know, the countries is willing to help fucking Haiti and shit, right? So, you know what I mean? They get that money, and Haiti will still be a shithole, and they'd be getting collected all that money. I can see it. I can definitely see it.
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
Unreal. I could totally see that shit happen. So Judah has Torah nights giving honor as an elder to sex offenders and scamming examples mighty hoodoo and scum netter. Scum netter. Oh man. Mighty pedal. Yo, that's just crazy though. Yeah, he did. I heard him say that. He called out now all the shit he talked about Sarnetta. I heard him call Sarnetta elder. He said, yeah, you're my elder. I was like, what the fuck? Yep. He did call Mighty Hebrew elder. He was like, yeah, Judah, you need to come to Africa. Back in my head, I'm like, yeah, Judah, go to Africa, motherfucker. So motherfuckers eat your ass. Put that motherfucker in that stew pot. That was gonna happen to IUIC in Haiti and shit.
Oh, I hope so.
Well, who knows?
I hope. Here's what I hope. This is gonna sound messed up, but I hope in this scenario, in this totally imaginary scenario, I hope they got some pretty dark looking dudes down there. They go there. People think they're locals or something. They're like, "Oh man, you already got
Yep.
locals to fall for this." So some dude that really hates
Yep.
that is gonna grab a machete and just start going crazy.
Going crazy.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be like he's gonna be swinging that machete, and all the IUIC guys are just gonna be panicking, running, and scattering all over. Like when you
Remember the
turn on the
shooting?
light.
Remember they had the shooting at the camp? And
Yeah.
all the motherfuckers was hiding behind each other like in a row. Like in a row. Like literally in a row. Like a duck row. That's how they was hiding.
Remember when
So their brother could take the bullet instead of them.
remember when ISCPK had a lady crash her car into the headquarters, and they were all crying about it and saying it was a terrorist attack.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Well, they're gonna have a horrible experience. Just saying it's gonna be bad. But I'm waiting with popcorn. Let me pop some popcorn and get comfy.
Yeah, man. But I want to know what these people in Dimona are thinking. Shit, they might have already killed their asses and shit. Maybe could be. Yet Netanyahu, he's hell bent on securing. You know what I'm saying, that place, and they gotta know it. And like I be looking at the Jewish newspapers, and like they have no clue of who these people are. Yo. They really don't. And that's just weird. They really don't know who these people are. But there was one article I saw the other day that happened recently. One of the Village of Peace Israelites was on the bus, and everybody started calling them a cushy, like the whole bus.
Yeah, that means black African.
Yeah.
That means blackie. Get out.
Yep. Said the whole bus started yelling to her that. Now, they might have found out who they really are. You know what I mean? And they're like, yo, fuck that shit. Like, you ain't no goddamn Israelite, and you here to try to take our shit? Get your black ass on out of here, you goddamn African. Like they said to do the right thing and shit. Sal in the pizza restaurant. He said, I take your pizza and go on back to Africa. I'm not African, I'm an Israelite. But the Falashas and stuff, you know, they go through their things in that country and shit. But I think they're more integrated into the country. They're not like isolated like how the Village of Peace is. Like they just want their own shit.
They learned how to live with the people rather than try to take their stuff, because it's
right.
Just like how the Russians learned how to live with the Russian Jews learned to live with the German Jews.
Yeah.
And everyone else that's come from all over the world,
And what's fucked up, the majority of the people, they just want to get along with motherfuckers and do what they do. You know what I mean? Then you got the son, like, no, we're going to take this shit over. Like, you know what I mean? And these guys, like, claim to be, like, the toughest people, like, on the earth, like, because they got the power of Yahweh. But when stuff pops off, though, it all comes out.
Yeah, and when something happens, when one of them gets taken out, then they start crying and screaming for justice.
Yep. Literally crying too.
Yeah, but there were no tears for Joy Morgan. There were no tears for any of them.
Nope.
Just for the
absolutely
not so innocent.
Yep.
Where was the consideration for the family, when they were trying to find her dead body, which is just unbelievable and unthinkable.
Yeah.
Where was that? Where was this? The suspect was sitting there going, "I know where the body is, but I'm not telling." Like pouting like a child. It's just
That's so sad, man. So sad. Yeah, but Nate, let me run. Yeah, I get up on out of here.
I got to run too, but in a little bit, I'll see. I'll let you know how it goes.
All right, man. Good luck.
I might be
Yep.
selling beer.
All right, man.
Who knows? Anyway, take care.
Yep. All right, man. Peace. All right, y'all. Hope you enjoyed a little discussion here. I'm gonna start making things a little bit better over here soon. Got this new laptop, downloading some software and stuff now. So hopefully get things rolling like it used to be. So with that, y'all, I'm up out of here. Donate to the channel. My Cash App down there at the bottom. Any other the YouTube portals would be greatly appreciated. With that, y'all, I'm up out of here. Thanks to Nigga coming on and Captain Cold Blooded kicking it in the chat. All right, thank you.